before I get into anything, I'm pumped up because this is my first podcast. This is your first mobile podcast, so that's what's up.
What's going on, my brothers and sisters around the world? It's your boy, Terrell Humphrey, and welcome to Failure's Knowledge. Here at Failure's Knowledge, we empower people to become the best version of themselves. And how we do that? We lead by example by doing what we love to do. And here today, we got two special guests. We got my boy, Redian, and got his cousin, my new boy, Hector. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Blessing, grateful, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I cannot complain at all, man. I really thank y'all for your time because this is really my first mobile podcast in person. And yeah. So who are y'all and what do y'all do? And granted, it's gonna be a short podcast, but it's just to get our feet wet and understand who we are. So who are y'all and what do y'all do?
I'm super excited for you, bro. Before I get into anything, I'm pumped up because this is my first podcast. This is your first mobile podcast, so that's what's up. But you want me to hold it? Yes, sir. So, where am I, man? My name is Redian Castrello. I'm actually born in Puerto Rico, raised in Virginia. A little bit about myself, man. I don't even know this is my first time introducing myself for real like this. But no, man. If I could describe myself, man, I'm just hungry. I'm ambitious. I'm still young and I'm still learning. And I'm still going through the motions of just trying to find out who I am and what my purpose in life is. But my biggest thing about me is I love giving back. I love helping. I love connecting and networking with people. And I just want to grow to the man that I'm supposed to be so I could take care of my family, the ones that's after me. And it's just coming from where I came from. I just want to do it better than what my parents did. Shout out to them.
Shit, that's what's up. Shit. Well, my name is Hector Rivera, born in Puerto Rico, just like him, with cousins. But I was raised in Florida, though, you feel me, from the South. Shit. I was in the military. That's the reason why I'm on the West Coast, but I'm not in the military no more. I'm out here to San Diego. Came to San Diego for better opportunities, man. I'm trying to survive out here just like everybody else. Trying to learn new things, It's my biggest thing. I want to learn everything that I can. Pretty much, man.
Appreciate it. So as y'all can see, every guest that I have, I always bring guests that really like giving back. It's not really about like making money. I mean, granted, money is a tool that we all need to survive, but there's a bigger why. And I say that because that's my next question. What's your biggest why?
I love that question, bro. I love that question. The reason I love that question is just because as I'm growing up, I realize even in the old thought patterns or my family's thought patterns, I realize that people get up every single day and go to work. The majority of them don't know why to go to work. So when I ask myself and I ask people around me, I'm like, dang, what's your why? Like, why do you get up every single day? Why do you make sure you get to work? Some people are just like, I just got to pay the bills. For me, it's a little bit deeper than that. Like I said, when I introduced myself, I just, for one, had to unlearn a lot of things growing up and relearn the proper way to go about it, just a mindset shift that I've been going through. My biggest why, man, is just to master myself so I can impact the masses, man. Like, I want to impact at least 1 million lives by 2030. And my biggest why is, I think that's it, man. Once you get up every day, once you know who you are, and then you tackle so you can give it back, like, you overcome your obstacles so you can show other people how to overcome those obstacles. That's my biggest why, is to just make an impact and give back. That's why I love that question.
Yeah. It's a good question, low-key. Shit. For me, my why would be, in reality, like, I know my ancestors went through some hardships, their own hardships, even back to, like, ancestors, like, fucking, back in the fucking day type shit, you feel me? So I knew they struggled, you feel me, and it got to where we are today with me being here. So I wouldn't want my descendants going through their own hardships. I feel like if I put ourselves in our position, then there would be less struggles for my descendants, So I feel like it's for the people before me, but it's also for the people after me in my lineage, That's pretty much my why.
Man, when I tell y'all wild are powerful, y'all wise is powerful. Just because like I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and when I'm from, a lot of people don't see success. I mean, granted, you got football, basketball, you got sports, but what's outside of sports? You know, you got the everyday life, and nobody's doing what I'm doing. To be completely honest, from Little Rock, I mean, no, wait, granted, a lot. People are doing what I'm doing, but it's just like people in Little Rock is not really a community. And what I'm doing, what's my why, is to educate the masses that there is more out here. You don't have to be in real estate. You have to be doing financial well, insurance. That's what it's called. And you don't have to be doing anything that we're doing. You just have to find your passion. And once we do that, that's why I started off the question, what's your why? Because the why is gonna lead us to more of a bigger reason of why we keep pushing. You know, and we all young. Yeah, we all young. You 20, you 24, I'm 23, and there's no age limit on success. So if you think you too old, too young to be successful, you're in the wrong room. Listen, I can really go on all day, but so because I do have a question for y'all for the time in. I know the time is limited. I know the time is very limited, but I do understand. What's the biggest thing that you would like to teach or show?
You want to take that? Okay. So what's the biggest thing that you want to teach others? I think I was just talking to you about this yesterday, man. I was talking to a couple different people about it. My biggest thing that I love to talk about is mindset. So when we talk about unlearning behaviors that's not going to traject you forward, move you forward, help you level up, you got to unlearn all those habits, rituals that you used to carry that make you ask, like, damn, like, why am I still having the same results? Why am I still getting the same constant just attitude, behavior, just result? This is to say the least. So I love to talk about mindset and teach. This is something that I'm doing with my sister right now, and just my team is shifting that mindset because we come from a scarcity mindset. Not all of us, but most of us. But we don't know that though. So we think, money is limited, resources are limited. You know what I'm saying? Like there's only a certain amount of hours in a day. So we naturally tend to stress ourselves out because of the mindset we carry that we embody growing up. So if we shift that mindset to having an abundant mindset, like, okay, there is enough of everything. Like your success, because you're getting successful, that's not going to take away from my success or yours, right? So what I want to teach about is just shifting that mindset to understand, okay, cool, God put us in an abundant earth so we can do abundant things. Mindset is everything to me.
It's true. Okay, that was a good answer. Shit.
Good question.
Yeah.
Great answer. What you mean?
Yeah, facts. So like, you're right about the mindset. For me, it would be like perspective. For me, like, as a person, right? And out of all like 7 billion people on the earth, like we all have our own perspective on things, and that shit makes up your reality. You feel me? So it's like, if I could teach you my perspective, or you could teach me your perspective, it's like we can learn from each other, and we can like see one thing now a whole different way. You feel me? So it's like you can see one thing a whole bunch of different ways, and that shit can make your reality. You feel me? So it's like I went through things you didn't go through, and vice versa. So it's like, let me show you how I see things, and you show me how you see things, and shit, we can both grow. Now I'm not the same person I was yesterday, and same with you. You feel me? Like that's my thing, like perspective, and it comes with mindset. You feel me?
Yes, sir. You water me, I water you, and we all grow.
100%, and that's what we need as a community is to actually grow together instead of trying to compete with each other. And granted, I am from Little Rock, Arkansas, but a lot of people it don't work together. Like, just wow, that is wild. How come we don't work together? Because we don't understand the concept of if we're working together, we can grow together. I mean, granted, there is a lot of influences in Little Rock, but what if we all come together and then start doing a lot of things like it?
It's expansion, man. It's teamwork. Like it's sad to say that. I had a conversation with somebody that he introduced me to recently. His name is Brooks, and I was putting him on game, just educating him, and he was like, "Bro," because we're both from Virginia. So he's like, "Bro, if you went to Virginia with this information, people would look at you crazy." And I'm like, "You're right, bro. I don't like that. I admitted that he was right, but you're right, because a lot of people when they hear information for the first time, they're like, nah, it's too good to be true. Like, nah, that's a scam. And it's like, no, imagine if we really all came together, put each other on game, and we grew together. I just felt like that's crazy.
Speaking nothing but facts, man. And then what's so crazy? Y'all talked about this before we even had this conversation, and that That shit is crazy. I feel like God put us in rooms to where we deserve to be in. And
100%.
and like you said, mindset, and like you said, perspective. That's everything to be successful. A lot of people, like you said, it's scarcity, but that's the only thing we know. Be conservative, be saved, do this, do this, do this, and put your passion to the side and don't even pursue it. It's hard. It's hard. And perspective, yes, it's your own perspective, but if you're so stuck in your head, how are we supposed to get out of it? I had to learn it. I had to learn it. Like now, I ain't got no ego problem. Like if you be like, man, Terrell, you what you just said didn't make no damn sense. All right, you probably right. Let me switch some shit around. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand what I say in a way. If I deliver wrong, okay, cool. Let me figure out a way to reword it so you can actually understand. Okay, this is what it mean. Like, damn. Okay, he just broke that complexity down to make it to where I can understand it more. And that's what success is all about. And it's crazy because it's difficult to understand, but it's difficult to understand because we don't know, ain't never learned about it.
Yeah.
Financial
First time.
literacy, 100%. Financial literacy, how to manage your credit, how to invest in assets, how to buy this building. You know, like
Exactly.
how the fuck you supposed to do that? Like,
If we don't, like you said, bro, it's the rooms that we surround ourselves in. If we don't surround ourselves with certain people, the environment, the proximity, we gonna stay the same. There's this quote. It's like if you're not growing, you're dying. So if you're not exposing yourself to new information, guess what? You're dying. You gotta keep growing, keep expanding. Even if it's something outside my industry, like when I met you, you said you were doing podcasting and real estate. I'm like, I'm not there yet, but I want to tap in. So let's tap in. Let's reach out. And then it was easy to connect because we're on the path of growth. We want to expose ourselves to new information.
and I completely agree.
Yes, I agree, 100%, all the way.
Things are very difficult. Things are very difficult once we don't understand what we're doing. And to be honest, all a podcast is a camera, microphone, and people.
Yeah,
And a conversation, a topic.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we overcomplicate things because we don't know what's going on. Like real estate. That shit. Now, don't get me wrong. That shit is a lot to understand. That shit is difficult to understand. But I'm actually putting the time in to actually understand. Okay, boom. It's like steps to the shit. Like for grade, I mean not grade for school, you go through kindergarten all the way up to the 12th grade. Now, if you go from kindergarten to the 12th grade, you're a smart individual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's levels to this.
Bro, it's levels, it's patience, and it's time. Man. Well, I know we short on time. Do y'all have anything left to say before we come to the end?
Yes. Hey yo, my boy blessed me with a shirt, with a pen, with a sticker. Y'all go make sure y'all support my boy Terrell. Just follow him, like, bro. Just seeing your growth from when we met and the content you've been putting out, and this is obviously I want to give you your flowers right now, because I know this is gonna go live. Is, surround yourself around people that want to see you grow, that guide you through your next steps. So like when you make those next steps, they're like, all right, yeah, he's doing it. Right, and this is cool to see you grow, put out more content, just go over things that the message you put out, it's not for everybody, but it's for somebody. Somebody's gonna impact. So it's cool seeing you grow, and this right here, this little session right here, is definitely gonna motivate me to go knock out a podcast. Cause like you said, we overcomplicate it, we overthink it. So I just want to say I appreciate you, give you your flowers now, and shoot, man, bless, bless.
Shit. All I want to say, if you out there struggling physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever it is, just know tomorrow will be better. Like, keep your head up, keep going, don't give up. Just know that it gets easier. Well, you get stronger. So, tomorrow is gonna be better than today, and then it's gonna keep on going. Just remember, keep your head up.
Sheesh.
Man, listen, I really appreciate you for the flowers, though, for sure. Really appreciate y'all. Really appreciate y'all for your time. Man, listen. I know the podcast kind of short, but as you can see, it's a lot of value within, 15 minutes? Listen, just imagine if it was an hour. Just imagine if it was 2 hours. So much information within this room, and you'll never know just because you ain't never stepped in. Listen, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all for watching, for supporting. Listen, if you are hesitant on starting, don't be hesitant. Just start. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. So always always continue to strive for greatness. Don't quit. Don't quit along the process. It's gonna be hard, and always become the best version of yourself each and every day. I thank y'all. I love y'all, and I see y'all next time.